Well, hey there, my name is Cinder and I hope you're having a great day. Today we will be showcasing this week's snapshot that Mojang Studios just released. This is Snapshot 21W18A. If you guys enjoy what I do, then consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell. That would really help out a lot. We are getting ever so close to just 300 subscribers. I know we can do it here very soon. And also, if you enjoy the showcase, then don't forget to drop a like. Now let's hop in. Okay, so sliding over to the Minecraft Snapshot article, which will, by the way, be linked in the description. This article will contain all of the information of what's new, this image, which will be helpful later, and some information on how to get the snapshot if you want to try it out for yourself. And also, timestamps for different sections of the showcase will be in the description as well. That way, if you're only interested in one sort of section of the snapshot, then you can skip to there. So let's take a little bit of a look at what's new. So we have a couple of changes to the game itself, 1.17, but most of the changes are focused to the preview pack for Caves and Cliffs, basically 1.18. As you can see here, there's a lot of changes with this pack. And then we have 37 bug fixes. So a pretty decent snapshot. Now, I feel like since we only have 2 changes to the game itself and like a bunch to the actual preview pack for a future update, I feel like we're getting closer to this 1.17 summer release, don't you? Anyway, let's hop into what's new. Alright, so check this out. Here we have a little line of different stone blocks. So over here we have the regular stone blocks, and then over here we have the infested variants. Now there has been a change to these infested variants of stone, even though there doesn't appear to be a change. So let's check it out. So notice the mining speed whenever we mine a regular stone block. Right? Seems pretty quick. But then we mine a infested stone. See how much longer that takes? So again, regular stone, infested stone. Now we have a way to tell which blocks are infested, which is nice. Same applies for cobblestone, stone bricks, mossy stone bricks, cracked stone bricks, chiseled stone bricks, and deep slate. Just for demonstration, let me show you again. But this time over on the infested variants. And you'll notice that with each one, it takes quite a bit of more time to mine them. So I quite like that change. Now for those of you who didn't know, this was already on the Bedrock edition, so I guess they're bringing it over to the Java edition, which is nice. Alright, so check this out. Here we have 2 different goats. They look the same, right? But they're actually different. So this is something I never mentioned before, but we actually have in the game currently 2 different types of goats. The regular goat and the screaming goat. That's right, we have a different variant of the goat. And this is the screaming goat right here. So anyway, what is the screaming goat? Well, the screaming goat behaves pretty much just like the regular goat over here, except that this one is a bit more aggressive, let's say. Now let's go over here, for example. You'll notice that I'm just wandering around, and there's a goat right here. This is a regular goat, okay? He's, being pretty calm, not really aggressive at all. But if we wanted to summon, let's say, a screaming goat, well, this is the command you would need right here. Enter, and boom, we have a screaming goat right here. Now, the thing about this screaming goat is he's more aggressive, which means he will ram to you more. They attack more often than other goats will. And they actually scream. They make the crazy screaming sound effects. So I'm just going to summon a bunch in here, and we're going to see what happens. So we're just going to sit here, wait around to see what happens. You'll notice, yeah, they're screaming. This can get pretty annoying if you have a lot, so yeah. let's even summon in some more. Yeah, this is gonna get pretty crazy. And let's actually see here. What if I punch one? Now actually, let's grab some cow spawn eggs. Check this out. They should try to ram for other mobs as well. So we'll just let the cows sit around here, maybe spawn in some more. Yep, as you'll notice. Yep, they are going crazy. Yep, this is insane. Okay, let's move on. Yep, that was another noise. Sliding over actually into a different world, we're going to check out all those crazy updates to the Caves and Cliffs preview data pack. Now, if you want to download this data pack, it will be linked on the article for this snapshot, which will be linked in the description. So that's how you can find all these experimental caves features. But anyway, we have around 10 changes to check out. So first off, a pretty simple change. The copper. Yeah, copper spawns less frequently, these little copper ore chunks. This is to compensate for large ore veins. Now, speaking of large ore veins, they're slightly more rare and slightly smaller on average, but the size varies a lot, so you can still find huge ones. Speaking of huge ones, wow, this cave is... oh, that's a problem. Yeah, that's definitely a world bug. But anyway, this is a big cave. Wow. Now, we also have the increased chance of finding those little raw ore blocks in the ore veins. So you know what I'm talking about, those huge, massive ore veins. In the last snapshot, we got the addition to have like raw ore blocks in those veins, like sprinkled in. Now they're more frequent. And you know those weird cave carvers, like the thin cracks? Well, those now generate below Y0 in ocean biomes, which they didn't before, which was an accident. And these little noodle caves right here, noodle caves no longer generate above Y30, so that way the surface should be less hole-ish, you know, less holes in the surface. Wasn't really experiencing that, so, you know, whatever. Now, this is a change that I quite like. They have increased the minimum size of noodle caves and carvers to make them easier to traverse and less likely to break up into fragments. So I was experiencing this a lot where the tiny, narrow caves were breaking up and it was just weird random holes everywhere. That has been mostly, for the most part, fixed. You can still find it, but less often, like way less often. It's really good. And they're easy to navigate through still. While also sometimes you can still find those little narrow ones. Here's kind of an example. This one is cut off, as you can see, so this is kind of what I was talking about. For the most part, that's been fixed though. But to be honest, I feel like having them cut off is kind of cool because, you know, it's something you really haven't discovered. You dig and then you find another little cave. And check this out. This is a cool amethyst geode. I like that. Pretty big on the outside. Now, above Y0, the deep slate blobs have been removed. Makes sense, and they have extended the vertical range of the smaller blobs of iron ore to make it possible to find iron in caves near the surface. And finally, slightly reduce the amount of normal-sized iron blobs to compensate for large ore veins and the increased range of smaller blobs. So, you know, a lot of changes to these ore veins. I feel like they're trying to balance things out and make things, you know, Minecrafty and normal. So I like that they're doing this. They keep changing it and, you know, trying to make it balanced for everyone. That's something that Mojang Studios, like, really does quite a lot. They change a lot. They change their things and, you know, try to make it to please everyone. Now, check this out. This is kind of another example of those weird cutoffs. As you can see here, we have a bunch of random blocks just spread out, and I don't quite like that, especially when there's just one block of empty space. But anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's snapshot. And aside from 37 bug fixes, that's going to do it for today's snapshot. I hope you guys enjoyed my showcase. As always, if you did, don't forget to leave a like. That really does help out the channel. And if you're excited for me to hit 300 subscribers, then consider subscribing and tap the notification bell today. I actually have a cool special coming up soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Anyway, my name is Ender. I hope you are staying safe, healthy, and happy wherever you may be. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. Goodbye.